during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier, because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Pretty good at that. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, meaning the guitar player. Hope you're having a good day and good start to your day and good start to your week. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, and you are also watching it at letstalknutrition.com on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Is there anything other device that they can watch the show? Smartphone, tablet, computer. That's it, right? So far. What else could they invent? We'll see. You know, it was just a few years ago when they had those black dial phones. You remember the phone booth? You'd walk in and you remember those phones? You remember the phones at home? The black phone. Steven doesn't. He's too young. You had one of those in the house?
You talking about a rotary phone?
Yes.
Yeah, we had rotary phones. I mean,
did you?
Yeah, I mean that was when I was growing up with my parents.
Was it black? Was it black? And you know, see, John, see if you can find an image of one of those old black phones. No, not the ones you wind up. Come on now, have a little respect. Wind up. I'm going to wind you up. Or. No, I wasn't around when they had the switchboard operator.
Line 1?
Your number, please? No. Black phones. Now here we got iPhones, smartphones of one sort or another, tablets, computers. The watch, that's new. You can't watch anything on the watch, though, right?
Not yet. I don't think so.
It's coming.
Yeah.
What'd you say, John?
They're actually going to make that.
So you can watch on the watch?
Yes, they are.
There you go. I'm sure there'll be a commercial about watch on your watch. So that's cool. Yeah. Okay, there they are. Oh, my God. Look at that. Those old phones, the dial-up, the rotary phones, but the one in the second row, 1, 2, 3, fourth from the left. That one.
I think we've had every style of those.
That phone was so heavy,
yeah.
if it fell on your foot, you'd fracture your foot. That's pretty good, John.
Thanks.
That's pretty good. Well, I can tell you, the information around here is more current than a black phone, I hope. So you'll see. If you're new to the show, I try to keep you in touch. We're not as antiquated as that black phone. Trust me. We're on top of it all. This show even streams. This is one of the few health talk shows that streams. You could probably count on 3 fingers the number that stream like this syndicated. There aren't very many. So I'm telling you, I don't know how many there would be. Not many. I don't know. Maybe. I'm trying to think of another nationally syndicated health talk show that streams 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. I don't know. Anybody know what that show is? If you know, please call and tell me. I'd like to know because I want to go find. I don't know. 5 days a week, 2 hours a day, stream live. I don't know if we're the only one that does it. I don't know. We're happy to do it, and we're happy that you're here. It's always about the audience, always about the listener. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. It's funny how aging always comes up on this show, one way or another, some form or fashion, whether it's talking about black phones, dial-up phones back in the day, or if we're talking about how people age and so on. A new study out of International Institute for Applied Systems Analysis. And where do you work, Bob? I work for International Institute for Applied Systems Analysis. Really? Sounds like you have an important job. That outfit has come up with a piece talking about our populations aging more slowly than we think. What are they getting at here? This gets a little convoluted. I got to see if I can present this in a way where I don't get lost. What they said was in the piece that it was published in Public Library of Science 1. As you well know now, if you listen to this show, PLOS 1 is a very good journal. They said that faster increases in life expectancy do not necessarily produce faster population aging. This is according to a new research published in, I said, PLO1. This is sort of counterintuitive finding. And it was the result of applying new measures of aging developed at the IIASA to future population projections for Europe up to the year 2050. Well, what are they getting at? So let me see if I can do this. Life expectancy has been ever expanding or increasing. Back in the 1900, average life expectancy was about mid-40s. I kid you not. In other words, if you were born in the year 1900, you could expect to live to about your mid-40s. That was average life expectancy. That wasn't all that long ago. But as better sanitation methods came into play, better ways to prevent infectious diseases, better medical care, better nutrition, etc., average life expectancy, reducing infant mortality, those kinds of things began to increase life expectancy faster. So where now today, currently in the United States, average life expectancy is 78 years of age. Think about that. We went from the year 1900, where it was your mid-40s, to now your mid and above 70s, where average so life expectancy has accelerated, has gotten faster. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're aging faster. And they said we might be aging more slowly than we think. Okay, what does this mean? The way they have measured age in the past, experts, sometimes they did it in a very simple way. Age can be measured as the time already lived, or it can be adjusted taking into account the time left to live. And they said in the article, if you don't consider people old just because they reached age 65, but instead you took into account how long they have left to live, then the faster the increase in life expectancy, the less aging is actually going on. The less aging is actually going on, they said. This is interesting. We have had to develop new metrics or otherwise operational definitions for what aging is. An operational definition is a definition where you can actually measure what you're defining. It's empirical. You can see it. You can, in other words, it has a material reality. So this we've changed our operational definition of aging. Think about this. It wasn't long ago, age 65, you were figured to be what? Done. Pretty much. Most people were expected to be retired, and that was it. You were out of the how can I put it? The existential loop of everyday life. That has changed dramatically. 65 is quote unquote is no longer quote old unquote. We are aging. Life expectancy is rapidly increasing, but we may be aging slower, depending on the definition.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971. And we believe integrity should always be our number one ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Trying to remember, not to forget. That think about that for a second. Trying to remember, not to forget. You know what I'm talking about? Well, that sort of gets to the general theme that we'll have on the show today. I was thinking, I was during the weekend. I was trying to put together. I produced the show, so I was setting things up for the week, and I said, "Okay, trying to remember, not to forget." How did I come up with that? Because that happened to me. I forgot to remember that I wasn't supposed. I forgot to remember that I was supposed to remember something that I made a mental note to remember. Have you ever had that experience, Stephen? You're at work.
Yeah,
and
sure.
You say,
I got to remember to stop and get milk on the way home.
I got to
reminding myself, and then right past the store, pulling into the driveway. Yes.
I forgot to remember what I was supposed. Yes. So your brain, the aging brain, we're going to talk about that today. My guest will be Dominique Ostrander, and trying to remember, not to forget. I got to remember not to forget, and then you forget to remember not to forget. So your memory failed you on two levels. You thought, "Oh, I'll be clever. I'll make a mental note. I'll say it. I'll try to remember not to forget." And then you forgot the first thing you were supposed to remember to get you to the second thing you were supposed to do. I had that happen to me. I'm in the throes of moving. And you know how that is, right? Stressful. Stress messes around with your brain. Well, no. So I'm putting that rather inelegantly, but you get my point. And I was, yes. And the furniture guy is sitting cooling his heels with a truckload of furniture waiting for me, and I forgot to remember that I was, and I had made a mental note to remember that he was going to come at a certain time. I said, I got to remember that he's coming, and I forgot altogether. That doesn't help. John's point, you should have wrote it down. I would have probably forgot that I wrote it down. Because I was caught up in the other things. You've had that experience. Now, does that happen to people at any age? Or does that become a more frequent experience as you age? Do you notice that your list for the you're now writing lists of things? Post them on your refrigerator, posting them on your nightstand to wake up in the morning. You have to remember to, yes. Are you doing those kinds of things? The aging brain. Nevertheless. Just one more note on this study from the International Institute for Applied Systems Analysis about our populations aging more slowly than we think. A Dr. Sanderson in the study said this. What we think of what we think of as old has changed over time. Dr. Sanderson is right about that. And it will need to continue changing in the future as people live longer, healthier lives. This was Dr. Sherbov, Dr. Sherbov added, someone who is 60 years old today, I would argue, is middle-aged 200 years ago. A 60-year-old would be a very old person. In other words, if you're 60 today, I mean, that's nothing, really. And it wasn't too long ago where you tag on 5 more years to that, and you were taken out of the mainstream. And this is one of the things we do with more long-lived people. And I don't know why we do this. I don't know why the word retirement means I thought that had something to do maybe with work. But I think it takes on a whole different meaning, and it takes people out of the day-to-day mainstream of things. And I don't think that's very good for successful aging. Nevertheless, another researcher involved said in the study said, Dr. Sanderson said, the onset of old age is important because it is often used as an indicator of increased disability and dependence and decreased labor force participation. That's because we've defined it that way. We make attributions to old age in that kind of way. We do that. Adjusting, he said, what we consider to be the onset of old age when we study different countries and time periods is crucial both for scientific understanding of population aging, for the formulation of policies consistent with our current demographic situation, end quote. So we're having to come up with different ways to operationalize, forgive the expression or the phrase, old age or aging. And I think it's necessary. And some of you listening are going to relate to this. As you age, there is such a thing called ageism, where you're discriminated against for one reason or another because of your age. People say, no. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Even the way people talk to you, the way they address you, the way they deal with you when you have issues, whether that be buying a car, going to the grocery store, or whatever. I don't know. We have some. This is a phenomenon. We're early in the learning curve on how to deal with an older, larger population. We haven't had this before. This is the first time in human history where people have lived this long, and in many with relatively good health. Requires a whole new way to think about this.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement, or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Or maybe
Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Sitting in the wrong chair. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. No, I don't drink, so trying to put myself in a different choice. I was talking with one of my producers and not paying attention. Hope you're having a good day and not stumbling around like I am. My guest is Dominique Ostrander. I remember not to call her Clark. And that sort of is the theme for today's show, trying to remember not to forget, which gets us to talking about the aging brain. But before I go there, I'll bring Dominique on, but there's another story I want to report on. I want to get Dominique's take on it. You might find this interesting. Although it deals with children, it may have some application for adults, something that we can learn from here. Dominique, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Trying to remember not to forget.
It's perfect, Dr. Garko. Good morning.
Have you had those experiences where you forgot to remember not to forget?
Yes, many times. Many times.
It's terrible, isn't it?
It is terrible.
Trying to remember not to forget something. Yeah, I did that. What brought this theme on was I did that exactly this past weekend. So I said, well, let's talk about that. I'm sure I'm not the only human on earth that's done this. Mm-hmm. So how are you doing anyhow?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay.
All things considered, right?
All things considered, yeah. Doing okay.
You're moving too, huh?
Yes, we are, actually.
Yeah, so am I. That will mess with your brain.
Yes, very much so.
A lot of stress, right?
A lot of stress, definitely.
I know.
Yep.
I don't know what it is about moving. Some people can do that, man. Bang, bang, bang. They got it down. I rarely move, so, it's like packing up a museum.
Right? It is. And they say, my mom was reminding me constantly that stress is right up there with death and divorce as far as stressors go. And you think like, okay, well, that explains a lot then.
Mm-hmm. So, you're out on the road a lot, aren't you? Teaching and giving talks, visiting retailers. You do that quite a bit, don't you?
I do that a lot. Mm-hmm.
What do you like best about that kind of job?
I think it's helping people. I think that's probably the biggest part of it, giving them information that they could use that they wouldn't normally be able to find, talking to someone through experience and product knowledge and things like that.
And you travel throughout the South, right?
I do.
What do you like least about that job?
Probably, I would say...
And then while you're thinking about that, what she does is she, on a weekly basis, travels to different states in the South, visits retailers, gives talks, does demonstrations in stores, that kind of educating. I mean, that's what she does. And I have a number of guests on the show that do that for a living. Their territory is half the United States, and some people have done this, like Dominique, have done it for years, traveling, teaching, educating, So what do you like least about doing that?
I think the traffic.
The traffic.
I really do. I think the traffic is my biggest stressor when I'm on the road.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever get discouraged that at the failure rate of people to succeed in their health goals? You have to see that a lot, don't you?
I see that all the time. I see that all. I saw that before I was working for Jarrow, too. As an exercise physiologist, I saw that on a daily basis.
Does that mess with your head? Does that mess around with your head a little bit?
As far as
what you're doing for a living? I mean, do you ever have a moment when you say, why am I doing this? People just don't change. It's hard for them.
No, I think it makes me more determined.
Really?
I do struggle with getting discouraged, though, more on an empathetic basis.
What do you
then
mean?
It just makes me more determined.
What do you mean, empathetic basis?
It makes me more like I feel sad for them. I feel disappointed for them. It's like an empathetic type of response.
Do you travel to certain places and you met somebody there, some customer, somebody walked into a health store that you were visiting, and they came up to you and they wanted to help them do something, and then you get to know this person over time, and then you see that either they have succeeded or they have failed. Have you had that kind of experience?
I have.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have.
Mm-hmm.
And it is discouraging. I agree with you. It is discouraging, and you wonder what makes some people able to make that change. You and I have talked about this on the air numerous times, and other people, it's more contemplative. It's the I know I should,
but I can't.
But then there's no real action.
Well, let me see if I can shed a little light on this. Why it is that some people are more successful at staying healthy than others. There's a study that comes out at Kansas State University, Dominique, and it deals with how to develop healthy eating habits in children, which is interesting. And they say in the headline for the story that John will post here in a second, for those of you watching, lovely picture, an image of a lovely child drinking some blonde hair, drinking a glass of water. It's beautiful. It comes out of Kansas State University, and they said Kansas State University researchers suggest ways to develop healthy eating habits in a child. And here's what they sum it up. Start early and eat your vegetables. There's something in that headline that gives a clue as to why it's so difficult, and you and I see it all the time. The truth, I'm not being negative. I am not a cynic. I'm an optimist. But the truth be told, there is more failure, and the failure rate is higher at changing behavior than the success rate, and success is counted. That's how I see it. That's what my, over the years I've learned. So question is, with children, they're saying you got to develop these habits early, and then they give some tips. But maybe we can learn something from this for adults as well. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. By the way, the target audience to help people to try and, how can I put this? The target audience to curb the obesity epidemic. Do you have any idea who that target audience is? When you come back, I'll tell you who it is. You might be surprised. Healthy eating habits. How do you develop these? Children, maybe it's challenging. With adults, maybe it's nearly impossible. I don't know.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Are you able to consume the recommended 6 to 8 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in a day for optimal health and well-being? Who has time to prepare and eat that many servings? Now there is a way to consume 5 whole servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in an easy-to-mix drink. That's half of your daily recommended servings in one drink. Introducing Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst Powder, made up of 29 enzymatically alive whole foods, along with 7 antioxidant-rich berry extracts in a delicious powder form that you can easily mix into water or your favorite fruit juice. Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst contains sea vegetables, probiotics, organic grasses, and herbal extracts that help to support the immune system, provide increased energy, provide an alkaline pH, and cleanse and detoxify the body. No heat is used in the processing of Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst, so it is enzymatically alive, just like fresh fruits and vegetables. You can find Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst at your local health food store. Ask for it by name.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against free radical damage, supports heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Jarrow Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Jarrow Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to jarrow.com. That's Jarrow for the best and highly absorbable bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit Kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Are you looking for a product that will aid weight loss both safely and naturally? That will stimulate your metabolism and reduce the absorption of fat from food? Then look no further than Right Way Nutrition. As featured on national daytime health shows, Right Way Nutrition is a premium dietary and nutritional supplement provider who believes the best form of encouragement is results. Right Way Nutrition aims to provide customers with the most superior and effective products available. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol does just that. While green coffee bean extract may not be new to the scene, Right Way Nutrition offers a new and improved formula of green coffee bean extract infused with their trademark ingredient Svetol, which is proven to be a vital ingredient for successful weight loss results. Right Way Nutrition provides you with a fast-acting, healthy, effective green coffee bean extract proven to naturally and safely aid weight loss. Your search for the perfect natural weight loss supplement is over. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol will help you reach all your weight loss goals.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Canavest, from seed to shelf. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural factors where great health begins. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
The theme for today will be trying to remember, not to forget. In other words, the aging brain. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever, however you may be listening and watching, whatever you may be doing while you're listening or watching. 877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number. Please call the show anytime you want. There's no designated time for callers. The lines are always open on LTN. And visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. and you can catch the shows on demand, both the audio and the video. Both are there. And my articles are there as well. My guest is Dominique Ostrander. We're going to get to this theme, trying to remember, not to forget, but I wanted to share with her and you this study coming out of Kansas State University and how to develop healthy eating habits in children. And they say start early and get them to eat vegetables. Well, something I've been saying on this show for the last 10 years. No news to me, but yet we have a study. Dominique, welcome back. According to most experts, and I think you would probably agree with them, and you're probably one of them that would line up for this, good eating habits, they said in the piece, is a frontline defense against obesity. Of course, you don't need a PhD in nutrition to figure that out. Many people are calling the obesity epidemic a scourge on the nation. That happens when a child eats many more calories than he or she uses up. Check this out. 1 in 4 children between the ages of 2 and 5 is overweight or obese. That's 25% of youngsters between 2 and 5 years of age is either overweight or obese. So said Dr. Paula Peters. An obese child is at risk for diabetes, high blood pressure, asthma, sleep apnea, orthopedic issues, social stigmatization, being socially stigmatized, all kinds of psychological. I could go on and on. Dr. Peters said, give the child a wide variety of healthy food options and let her choose which and how much to eat. A child may start by eating nothing or eating too much, but she has an innate ability to know when she's hungry and when she's full, end quote. They went on to say, a child learns about new foods at a time when she is exploring the world around her, and she learns to make decisions for herself, end quote. In other words, the way I frame it, Dominique, and I'll get your take on this, you have to help the child develop a relationship with food that is just as healthy as the food the child is eating. Mm-hmm. It is possible to develop a relationship with food. You can have the child develop a relationship with food that is unhealthy, although they're eating healthy foods. I'll explain in a minute. What do you think about thinking of it as a relationship with food? Do you think that's too complicated?
No, actually, I think that's where it needs to start. Having my background in dealing with an obese population for a very long time, from all ages, it is only about their relationship with food. I have watched parents sit in front of me and tell me, well, my child has to clean their plate. Well, what if your child is full? Well, then they shouldn't have had that much food on their plate. Well, and then, so you're turning off their full signal, for example. So it's just like she was saying, the quote, the study you were just reading, a child has an innate ability to know when they're hungry and when they're not hungry and when they're full. I don't think that as parents we need to be turning that signal off. Mm-hmm. At the same time, we don't want our children to be wasteful because food is very expensive. But at the same time, we don't want to destroy that signaling. The same thing is, as far as food choices go, if you start giving your kids crappy food when they're young, then they're going to develop the taste for it. You and I talk about that on the air all the time.
Absolutely.
Sugar, salt, fat, and getting used to that texture, those tastes. Mm-hmm. I think versus making healthier food choices, soda instead of water, constantly giving them juice instead of water. There are things that I think that you would think would be commonsensical, but they're not.
Yeah, they don't make their way into everyday life.
No.
I think it's
rewarding children with food too.
Well, you were reading my mind.
Right.
This is a case, that particular strategy or tactic. You can have the child have a healthy relationship with food. You can have a child eating healthy food, but not necessarily. But you could be developing an unhealthy relationship with the food. Let me explain what I mean by that. If you use food as a reward for good behavior or other achievements, this is a bad idea. Because you start to make, in other words, food becomes something that is associated with being good behavior or achievement. In other words, it's conditioned for that set of circumstances. You shouldn't do that. In other words, it could be healthy food.
You have comfort food.
Right.
It's the same mindset that I'm having a really yucky day, I'm really stressed out, I need to comfort myself with some pizza and some ice cream or whatever your choice is.
Well, the relationship with food is very complex. It's biological, it's physiological, it's psychological, it's emotional, and so on. Food is not just food. And they said that you shouldn't use food as a reward. They recommended that eat with your children so they can see you making good food choices. That's a strategy they laid out.
And how many parents are doing that?
Right. They also suggested be aware of what a child is eating away from home. Well, that's pretty hard to do unless you've got a body camera on them. I mean, how are you going to know? I don't know. Limit screen time or television that encourages mindless eating. In other words, not eating in front of a TV. I don't know how in this day and age, I bet you parents are having a hard time ripping that phone away from them. They're probably texting while they're eating. They shouldn't be doing.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So, when my daughter was growing up and she played outside and rode her bike and of course, I rode it with her because I thought, we live in a world where we can't leave our children now. But there was a couple of other kids in the neighborhood that were very overweight. And the snacks and stuff that the mother was feeding her children were atrocious, in my opinion. And I felt like they were very sweet kids, and so I didn't want to prohibit a friendship. But when they would hang out, it would be encouraged to my daughter to have a snack with her children.
We'll continue with that story.
Opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of WHNZ AM, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier, because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Well, there's a lot of good advice that experts give to parents to help children develop healthy eating habits. I'm going to point out that some of those strategies and tactics can be applied to adults. We also have to think about adults and trying to help them change their eating habits and behaviors and so on. We'll finish up that story and that study with my guest, Dominique Ostrander, and then we're going to turn our attention to the theme of trying to remember, not to forget. Welcome back, Dominique. Just to wrap this up, some of these strategies and tactics that they point out in the article out of Kansas State University is that, for example, they say don't use food as a reward for good behavior or other achievements. Adults should also be mindful of that as well. You shouldn't use food as a reward. Mm-hmm. They said limit screen time, television that encourage mindless eating. In other words, don't eat with your smartphone on, your tablet, your computer, or your TV. That also applies to adults as well. They also recommended that parents and children cook together, mm-hmm. Get the children involved. I would suggest to people, if you have a partner, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, that if you're trying to change some eating behavior, change your diet, your day-to-day diet, not necessarily that you're going to go on a diet, perhaps you do that together. I would encourage that. Then they recommend for children planning and taking a trip to the grocery store with the child. In other words, you plan the trip. You plan what you're going to buy. You just don't walk into the grocery store and you don't walk in hungry. These are things that adults can do as well. Wouldn't you agree?
Definitely. I would definitely agree, Dr. Garko. And before we went to break, I was telling you a story.
Right.
Because it's going to bring up another point that my question is, when I would have my daughter and she would play with these other kids, and they were overweight, and the snacks that the mom was giving them were horrible. What about the peer pressure? And so there's so much peer pressure when it comes to food.
Well,
because food is so social.
My belief is to not hide things from children, to tell them and to explain to them what peer pressure is, and to tell them to expect it, and to tell them in what forms it might show up and how difficult it's going to be, rather than to avoid talking about it. In other words, to prepare them for the event when it happens, and it will happen. The peer pressure is tremendous. And it's not enough to say, well, you shouldn't eat what your friends are eating. That's not dealing with the issue of peer pressure. You follow me?
Absolutely, absolutely. But there is for a kid, and Caitlin knew all her body parts and healthy foods and food groups and carbohydrates and proteins and all of that when she was really young. And but there was so I would she'd come home from school and get an apple sliced up with some peanut butter, and the kids next door that were overweight were having these gooey, sticky brownies that were they had some sort of like butter lard frosting on them.
I understand.
It was awful, and so and of course they looked delicious, and they probably were delicious, I suppose. But then what do you do? And I think that there's a pressure for a kid
Tremendous.
to fit in, to want to eat what they're eating. That looks a lot better than my apples with peanut butter.
Well, maybe it does, but maybe she offered. What I always tell parents: have your child offer or share their healthy, yummy food. Healthy food does not have.
Be laughed at.
No, she won't. No, they won't. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. There's another recommendation that they give to parents about children. Be aware of what your child is eating away from home. An adult should be aware of what they're eating away from home.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're doing a lot of restaurant eating. So these strategies and tactics also apply to adults as well. Again, it goes back to the relationship with food. What you eat, where you eat, when you eat, with whom you eat, and why you eat. All of those things are implicated in the relationship, which is psycho-emotional, behavioral, biological, evolution. It implicates evolution, and so on, which is the biology part. It can be very complicated, but it all has to start early. But what about people later in life? You can't just give up. My question that I had, and see if you know, I'll ask you and I'll ask my two producers, who is the target audience to curb the obesity epidemic? Who's the target audience? Do you know, Stephen?
Yes, I do, but that's because I listen to the show. It's young, healthy children.
Young, healthy children. And people wig out when I tell them that. They say, what do you mean? Aren't you supposed to focus on the people that are already overweight and obese? Yes. Then why are you saying that that's the target audience? Because we know that the failure rate with children that are already, even children who are overweight or obese, is very high, and it's even worse with adults. If you want to, you have to teach your way out of the epidemic. You can't treat your way out of it. So you have to. The target audience is healthy young children. I'm not saying we don't address the kids or the people who are unhealthy or overweight or obese. I am saying you will not have a success rate that will curb the epidemic, focusing on that sector of the population. And I'm not the one saying that. Every expert I know that has it, that really has good credentials is saying that. Let's go to Tampa. Ann, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Hi, Dr. Jarrow and Dominique. I've been listening with interest this morning on this subject you're talking about. I have 3 children who are in their early 50s and late 40s, and we've never had an issue ever with food with them as we raise them, because we introduced them to lots of choices. And we didn't make them feel badly if they couldn't eat something. There was always another vegetable that they could like, and that sort of thing. And to this day, they've never had an issue.
Did you try to accommodate them? In other words, maybe, I don't know your children, but did you have one who liked spinach, but the other one that would be like showing a crucifix to Dracula?
No, I didn't try to accommodate them because I didn't have the time, really.
I see.
When we ate from scratch, and I was in school, and we were working, and all of that.
So whatever you put down, they ate.
That's right, or they didn't eat. And if they didn't eat it, it was not really an issue because it was all the choice that we gave them. And they're not expected to eat everything that you put on their plates. We don't.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. In other words, alarm bells and... it didn't become a battle. Mealtime wasn't a battleground.
We were raised with lots of choices and lots of good food, and so it just followed through our raising children.
And so that's carried.
It's so simple. I look at it today, and it's so simple.
Mm-hmm.
We never, ever, ever have had an issue with food.
And
along the way, I learned what was probably real proper to eat, like vegetables were better for you. We didn't have sodas in the house. We never had sodas in the house. We didn't have potato chips. We didn't have crackers. We didn't have candy, that sort of thing. And to this day, the children don't eat any of that. their children may eat a little bit now and then. They've been introduced to it, but it was never an issue with us.
That's interesting.
And it's so simple because you offer them choice. You start them out really early because when you think about it, when you have children, they're kind of a blank slate when they come into your lives, and so you kind of can mold them according to what you believe is proper.
Yeah, and I often say this based on the research. Now we know that the relationship with food begins in utero. In other words, what the mom eats during pregnancy begins to affect how the genes will express once the child is born. We know this.
Yeah, I read about that over the years.
This is provocative stuff. I mean, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, we never talked about epigenetics, the things above genetics that are influencing our destiny, our health, in other words. So this is interesting.
Children today and people, even adults today, that they can't go out to eat, they can't go to a dinner party or anything without taking the onions out of something or not being able to eat this type of meat or that because they don't look at choices.
Exactly. Good point. Thank you so much for your call. Great call.
Is your fish oil wildly pure? New Chapter is proud to offer a whole food approach to fish oil, Whole Mega. Naturally pure 100% wild-caught salmon comes from the pristine waters of Alaska. Like extra virgin olive oil, the fresh-caught salmon for Whole Mega is pressed immediately after harvest. And that's all that's needed to deliver wild Alaskan salmon's whole complement of vital omega fatty acids. These omegas support your heart health. 1 serving of Whole Mega per day, 2 grams, has been clinically shown to help retain healthy triglyceride levels and to improve the omega-3 index, a studied marker of heart health. And did you know experts recommend consuming 2 to 3 servings of fish per week? So 1 week of Whole Mega delivers the omegas of 3 servings of wild Alaskan salmon. Discover the New Chapter difference, wildly pure Whole Mega. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local Fine Health food store.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in 1 capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less. Medi-C Plus. The C in Medi-C Plus stands for vitamin C, and the plus stands for lysine. Did you know vitamin C is arguably the most important water-soluble antioxidant in the human body? Or that we cannot produce vitamin C on our own like animals do? We need Medi-C Plus to meet our daily needs. Medi-C Plus provides the body with a high concentration of vitamin C and lysine, which work together to build collagen for optimal heart health. Dr. Gifford Jones, graduate of the Harvard Medical School, developed Medi-C Plus after his own heart attack 16 years ago. With the help of Medi-C Medi-C Plus, Dr. Gifford Jones is now a healthy 91 years old. But Medi-C Plus is not just for heart health. Medi-C Plus also benefits your immune system, vision, promotes healthy skin, provides support for healthy teeth and gums, healthy joints, and much more. So make Medi-C Plus part of your daily routine and enjoy healthy living. Medi-C Plus at your local vitamin discount center and all fine health food stores. You can also order online at mymedi-c.com or call toll-free at 1-844-871-0069.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Trying to remember not to forget. That's where we're going to go right now. Just one final point on this business of eating habits, healthy eating habits. If there's currently in psychology, they do family therapy. If you have somebody in the family, an individual that's having an issue, whether it's alcoholism, whatever it may be, some sort of issue, and then with children, whatever it might be. Typically, the therapy is not just for the individual. Then at some point, the whole family is brought in because usually these problems are systemic. And it takes a family then, as a unit then to help resolve this problem and this issue. And it's the same way with, parents cannot instruct the child on healthy eating habits and then the children watch the parents eat unhealthy. Can't do that. You'd be better off not to do anything because you're going to confuse them even more. Everybody has to sign up for it. And sometimes if you do it together, it's a social support system inherently built in called your family. So you might want to consider that. Okay. Trying to remember not to forget. I'm sure we've all had that experience. I think you know what I'm talking about. And we all, our aging brains. Dominique, welcome back. Jarrow Formulas has thought about this to the extent that they've even developed some more than a couple of dietary supplements to deal with the brain, haven't they?
Definitely.
Yeah. Where have they put the focus in their products with respect to brain health, if you will?
That's a really good question. I don't particularly think that there's one area to say, well, we're going to focus on cognitive function or increasing cognitive function. Currently, I think there's a lot of prophylactic type of things that we're formulating and have formulated that will work to prevent cognitive decline. We also have many products that work to increase cognitive function, synapses in the brain, neurotransmitters, as far as their firing goes and their efficiency, concentration, things that will help you learn and stay focused, but also feel relaxed. I suppose not in any way hyper, like something that they would give somebody with ADD, for example.
Mm-hmm. You have one product called Neuro Optimizer, if my memory serves me, correct?
Your memory serves you very correct.
Yeah. That product's been around a long time, hasn't it?
It has. It's actually one of our top sellers, and I think for many reasons. One is it sort of combines everything. It's everything to prevent prophylactic decline, to prophylactically act against decline of brain function, as well as increasing alertness, learning ability, focus.
What kind of ingredients in that product, the Neuro Optimizer? That formula changed a while back. They changed it a little bit, not much, but didn't they change it a bit? Or do I have that confused with another product that they modify?
Not that I can recall.
Okay.
Not that I can recall that
All
they
right.
changed. It's been pretty much the same: acetyl L-carnitine, L-glutamine, taurine, the cognizin, which is the cytidine 5, diphosphocholine, phosphatidylcholine, phosphatidylserine, and alpha-lipoic. And they're all of it is in the Neurooptimizer in ingredients that can stand alone, in strengths that can stand by themselves.
They don't, in other words,
Which
they
is
don't
always
just
impressive.
put some token dosage amount, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
It's funny you mentioned phosphatidylserine. I reported, I think it was last week, on a study, 8 nutrients to protect the aging brain. It came out of the Institute of Food Technologists, which is an interesting website, by the way. And number 3 on their list was phosphatidylserine, and they pointed out there were 2 pilot studies showed that a combination of phosphatidylserine with phosphatidic acid can help benefit memory, mood, and cognitive function in the elderly. That was a study by Lanza in 2014. Phosphatidylserine is one of the best, even standalone compounds for the brain. Phosphatidylserine, I'm a big fan. It's kind of expensive, isn't it?
It can be. It can be. But in relation to other supplements, you find that most supplements that are that the prices tend to run higher are I want to say that, not that every organ in our body is of more importance than another, but I guess supposedly they are. Like our heart and brain supplements tend to be more expensive than, let's say, liver or pancreas.
It's interesting. Yeah. Well, what can I say? I mean, they know, it's part of it's marketing. It's a business too. But you have that product. Would you say that is that Neurooptimizer to help people, trying to remember not to forget? That product would sort of satisfy that theme, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it help with memory and learning?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's a question that we often get on the sales floor is, well, do you have anything that just has everything? So,
yeah. Well,
and this would be that.
That would, and it does. And by the way, Dominique's point is well taken. I've used that product. The dosage for each ingredient is substantial. In other words, it's not just some token amount. Like many of these products, they'll put a gazillion ingredients in there, but, you need a microscope to find how much is in there. Be right back.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medici Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medici Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medici Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the digestive care company. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Greens Plus, superfood for super health. Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition, on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Something interesting about the brain. It consumes it takes an immense amount of energy relative to the rest of the body for it to function properly. And typically, when we think of the aging brain, the first thing that comes to people's minds would be medications, prescription drugs to help with that. Then the next thought they might have, well, nutraceuticals, supplements, one of which we just talked about from Jarrow Formulas, which is a great product, the Neuro Optimizer. The last thing maybe I'm wrong about this, But I think one of the last things that would come to their mind is maybe I can eat my way into a better memory. Trying to remember, not to forget, that is, which is the title of today's show. Trying to remember, not to forget, and maybe one of the frontline strategies, Dominique, beyond supplements and prescription drugs to help with the aging brain would be brain foods themselves. We've known for thousands of years that diet in conjunction with, in concert with other daily living habits and lifestyle behaviors and habits, such as exercise, plays a big role in shaping and protecting the cognitive capacity of people and developing the cognitive capacity of people throughout the lifespan. We know this. But most people wouldn't think of exercise, wouldn't think of certain daily dietary habits as being associated with protecting their brain. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you disagree. I'm interested in your take.
Well, I remember learning about brain food, so to speak, in grad school, and nootropics, as they're called, usually would fall into the category of caffeine, for example, or other stimulants. But now we know that with further research on different types of foods, that they do have a direct impact on our cognitive function. We know that foods that are high in omega-3s, like fish, have an impact not only on mood, but also on cognitive function. We know that children that are deprived of a high-fat diet early on don't develop their brains as well than children that do. We know that DHA is a very important component of good brain health for a toddler. So we now know things that we didn't know before, and I think we're only at the beginning.
Most people would say, well, I think they would, in terms of food in the brain, they would say, well, fish is brain food. Mm-hmm. Beyond that, if you pressed an average person, if you pressed them a little bit and said, okay, tell me some vegetables or some other fruit or some food that's good for your brain beyond fish, you think they'd be able to tell you two or three?
I don't think that they would. I think that they would just probably maybe half-handedly name broccoli or something like that, not because it's sulforaphane content, but just because they would assume that something green is good for you. Mm-hmm. Or they might say kale now because kale is all the rage.
I would, if I asked that question to somebody and say, what would you do nutritionally to protect your brain? If that layperson said to me, well, you need to consume less calories, I would say that person's a genius, because guess what? Most people would never say that. It turns out that calorie restriction is one of the best things you can do for your brain, because we know that high intake of calories reduces the synaptic plasticity of in the brain. We know that. Mm-hmm.
Right. But not many people really understand caloric restriction in its true practice in order to honestly increase cognitive function, that the nutritional density that it requires in your daily diet to have that limited of calories, to be a person who truly practices caloric restriction. There are supplements like pterostilbene, which is considered a caloric mimetic, which will imitate a caloric restrictive diet.
So what I'm getting at here is that diet, and I think supplements can play a big role here. And the Neuro-Optimizer is a great product. You have a few more, by the way. You also have a pretty good fish oil product. Some people don't like to eat fish. In terms of your brain, protecting your brain, if you could eat fish 2 and 3 times a week, please have at it and do it. But some people don't like fish. And the question is, how are they going to get that DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, into their brain, into their body, so that it helps their brain? They're going to have a hard time doing that without getting a supplement like Jarrow Formulas. You have a new fish oil, relatively new fish oil product, right?
Right, the Phosphomega that we launched a couple of years ago, which is the phospholipid form of a fish oil. So, and phospholipid form is the most bioavailable form to our bodies. Most other fish oils are either triglyceride or ethyl ester. The problem with those other forms many times is they create a lot of GERD symptoms. So a person will have like burping and repeating. They might get a little nauseated from it. But when you're taking something like a phospholipid form, a true phospholipid form, you don't experience any of those things.
Uh-huh. So, true or false? True or false? Eating blueberries delays short-term memory loss. True or false?
True.
It's true. A lot of people don't eat blueberries. You happen to have a blueberry extract, don't you? It's in a liquid?
We used to make a pomegranate with blueberry. Yes, we did.
Oh, you don't make that anymore?
Concentrate. No, we don't make it anymore. We just make the straight-up pomegranate.
Okay. Well, it turns out then you eat blueberries, fresh or frozen, however you can get them. Organic would be great, too. Organic frozen. Have you ever seen those? It turns out, out of Tufts University, they did a study, and and there's other studies, that eating blueberries is an effective way to improve or delaying short-term memory loss. True or false? True or false? Eating tomatoes. Eating tomatoes would help in the prevention or in the development of Alzheimer's. True or false?
True.
It is true.
Mm-hmm.
There's
lycopene.
Thing. See how smart you are?
Mm-hmm.
It's the lycopene in the tomatoes. You have a lycopene product, don't you?
Yes, we do. We do. Our Lycosorb.
It's a very nice product. Tomatoes. So if you don't like to eat tomatoes, then you go to Jarrow Formulas and get their lycopene products. True or false? Certain B vitamins are known to reduce levels of homocysteine in the blood, and certain B vitamins are known to help elderly patients with mild cognitive impairment. True or false?
True.
It is true. I'll come back. I'll tell you about that. And just so happens, Jarrow Formulas has some nice B vitamins.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com. We live in an age of fast information, high-speed communication, instant gratification, rapid transit, ready-mixed, pre-cooked, heat and serve, and living life on a moment's notice. But when it comes to staying healthy, you pause for a moment. Jarrow Formulas has been formulating high-quality nutritional products for over 30 years and has been a leader in the research and development of some of the most effective, affordable, and cutting-edge natural health solutions in the world. At Jarrow Formulas, they understand that distinction does not happen overnight and that a reputation for excellence is only earned through many years of persistence. Their staff of scientists and health professionals insist on doing things the old-fashioned way, with clinical studies and scientific research. They believe that the true test of a quality company is the purity, potency, and good value of its products and meeting the highest expectation of those who matter most, their customers. For more information about their superior formulas and to request free samples of their leading brands, please go to www.jarrow.com.
Hi, I'm Kate. When I asked my health food store to recommend a natural solution to improve my digestive health, they suggested their best-selling probiotic, Ultimate Flora Critical Care. It has 50 billion live probiotic cultures in every capsule. I was surprised to learn that a poor diet, aging, and even stress can deplete our bodies of billions of good bacteria. That's why I take one Ultimate Flora Critical Care probiotic a day to help maintain my digestive balance, support my immune health, and help keep me regular. And my mother takes Ultimate Flora Senior Formula. It's formulated to help adults 50 and older maintain good digestive health too. It's the Ultimate Flora difference that sold me. Each high-potency, once-daily formula includes strains that are scientifically studied for their specific health benefits. Plus, the delayed-release capsules protect the probiotics from harsh stomach acid. Ultimate Flora probiotics are available at health food stores everywhere. From Renew Life, the digestive care experts.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Canavest, from seed to shelf. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Trying to remember not to forget. A lot of people don't really know or have a grasp of the idea that you can do better with your brain by focusing on the food that you eat and not necessarily have to turn to prescription drugs and even nutraceuticals for that matter, but nutraceuticals serve a great purpose. And here's the LTN health question of the day. Is it EPA or DHA that is especially good for the brain? Both of these are omega-3 fatty acids. Is it EPA or DHA that is especially good for the brain? Is it icosapentaenoic acid or DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, that a brain especially likes? So you got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. So I'm talking with Dominique Ostrander about the kinds of foods and supplements that would be good for the brain. We do know this. What you should avoid is a high-fat diet. It alters behavior and produces signs of brain inflammation, which cannot be good for your brain health, memory, learning, or anything else for that matter. I reported on this back in March. And if you're watching the show, there is the press release, and there are the foods that you should try to avoid to help yourself not deteriorate your cognitive function. And you can see every fast food known to humankind in that image that's up there. Hamburgers, pizzas. What's in that picture, John? You saw things in there I couldn't see.
Hamburgers, fried chicken, hot dogs.
I didn't see the fried chicken. Onion rings? Is there
onion rings?
Onion rings?
Yep.
Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah, it is. Chicken fingers.
So, yeah, you want to avoid diet high in saturated fat or a high-fat diet generally. Horrible for brain health. Dominique, welcome back. We have a caller from Marietta, Georgia. Al, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Well, hello, Dr. Garko. This is Al again.
Nice to talk to you.
If I may, could I answer your quiz?
Sure.
The answer would be DHA.
Yeah, DHA. Congratulations. You want a $25 supplement gift card.
Okay. Well, now, great, thank you. But I also wanted to add to your repertoire of brain food.
Sure, please.
One of the other factors is turmeric. Now, studies have shown that the Hindus, when I say the Hindus, because the Muslim population in India do eat meat, and meat has a tendency to cause amyloid plaques to develop in the brain. But turmeric is a very good brain food.
Taken from curcumin. Helps reduce inflammation. Anything that'll reduce inflammation in the brain or any other organ system of the body is a good idea.
And it's also good for prostate as well.
Yeah, it is good for your prostate. Every middle-aged man should be doing intravenous turmeric. Do you all have a turmeric? Do you have a turmeric?
But it has to be cooked before you eat it. You can't just eat it raw.
Oh, I know. Or you can get it in a supplement form. A lot of the Go ahead.
I don't know where, but I'm sure you do.
Oh, believe me. Let me see if Jarrow Formulas. Do you have a turmeric or curcumin product?
Yes, absolutely. We have a few.
What are they?
We have our straight-up curcumin, and then we also have our curcumin phytosome.
Is that the curcumin phytosome? Is that the one with a delivery system to get it to make it more bioavailable?
Right, exactly.
Al's point is well taken. Also, Al, in your lifetime, have you ever eaten black currant?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Turns out that vitamin C has been known to increase mental agility, and black currant is rich in vitamin C. Do you like pumpkins?
Very good.
Do you like pumpkin seeds, Al?
I do like, but I don't get them very often. But even the black currants, they're not very available in some of the stores, in the grocery stores, etc. So I've got to search for them. Essentially, places like Whole Foods will carry them occasionally.
Yeah.
But not all stores carry them.
That's true. Broccoli. You alluded to broccoli earlier, Dominique. You have a product called Brocco Max.
Yes, we do.
I love that product. Broccoli is very good for the brain. I had mentioned the B vitamins. Remember I was saying that some of the B vitamins help prevent homocysteine, the formation of homocysteine. It turns out that elevated levels of homocysteine are associated with increased risk of stroke, cognitive impairment, and Alzheimer's. So vitamin, for example, B6, B12, and folic acid are very good in this category. You have B vitamins at Jarrow Formulas.
We do. We have several. We have our B Right, which is a complete B complex. It's an optimized B complex, as well as methyl B. And of course, we use the superior form of B12, which is the methylcobalamin.
Mm-hmm.
We have it in different strengths. We just launched a new strength, actually, 2,500 micrograms.
Okay. Do you cook with sage, Dominique?
Sometimes it's in my Italian seasoning, so I use that quite a bit, actually.
Sage has a reputation for improving memory, so that's good. Nuts, eating nuts, a good source of vitamin E, along with green leafy vegetables, asparagus, olive seeds, eggs, brown rice, and whole grains are rich in vitamin E, very good for the brain. So those are some brain food, and plus all the supplements. Al, again, congratulations on winning the $25 supplement gift card, and thank you for your recommendations and suggestions. Always nice to hear your voice, Al.
Thank you, Dr. Garko. Thank you much.
It's our pleasure. So Yeah, trying to remember not to forget. You got to protect your brain. It's interesting. It's encased in that thing called the skull, right? But the brain is so delicate. The neurons are especially, I don't know, they seem to be more delicate to me than other cells in the body. They seem to be vulnerable to aging more. We just got to be so vigilant of that, and don't wait until the very, very end to try to save your memory, trying to remember not to forget. Please don't forget to take care of your brain. So some of those products were the Jarrow Formula's fish oil, their B vitamins, their curcumin product. What else, Dominique?
Neurooptimizer.
The
Phosphatidylserine by itself.
Mm-hmm. The phosphatidylserine by itself. It's also in the Neurooptimizer. So some great supplements from Jarrow Formulas to help you remember not to forget. And why do you want to do all that? Because your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you. Thank you, Dominique.
Did you know that doctors recommend omega-3 essential fatty acids